it has like buildings. It's like buildings. The Emperor's Palm. Aye, we're back, folks, in the world of Rogue Trader. But yeah, pretty powerful. Not gonna lie, we are strong. Yeah, we're here with we came here, the Emperor's Palm. Unknown ships. And tech squadron fleet over here. I'm gonna deal with the unknown ships. That'd be a bad idea, but you know. Rogue Trader. Void ships is facing several. The Rogue Trader's void ship is facing several Aldari scout ships. The Xenos are in no hurry to attack, and it seems to have slowed down. One wrong move and carnage will ensue. Pay off the Xenos. Sleeve. Attack. This speech is met with a torrent of Aldari abuse that is too much for even the Rogue Trader's elucidator, with the Xenos accuse her of betraying her kind by conspiring with the monkey, and unceremoniously cut the connection. Yet the ships are no longer blocking the way. I'm not sure what went down there. If we did a thing, but you know, we talked. I need these. The only one plus still is practically nothing. Practically nothing. Not even worth it. I want at least 10 to 20 plus steel. Better, I suppose, for a 2. Are you gonna be free? Nope, you're none. 1, 2, 0. Hello. Lord Captain, our augurs have detected several combat operations in orbit, on the surface of Ifrit 2. We tried to contact the explorators on the flagship of the Cognius fleet coordinating the siege, but received strongly worded demand not to interfere under the threat of arms retaliation. Detail on combatants. The world is besieged by a squadron of the Cognizance fleet supported by a joint armada of vessels from across the entire expanse. Among the latter, we registered vessels recruited by Lord Inquisitor to defend the sector. They are opposed by the final Dawn scum, led by the blasphemous traitors from the ranks of the Word-bearers. What's so important about this? It's worth fighting for. This sacred forge world had always been closed off to lay people. I believe that it was only the threat of having it utterly corrupted by the ruinous powers that the explorators had begrudgingly accepted their profane allies setting foot on their blessed world. Who's winning? We are detecting parity between the forces as both parties employ conservative strategies with the aim of gradually achieving positional superiority. Tactical prognosis suggests that the Imperial impasse will persist for a while longer. Why are they refusing our aid? Well, their reaction is the result of reasonable wariness, your lordship. The agent network of the Cult of the Final Dawn spans entire worlds and has proven its effectiveness time and time again. I presume the tech priests are afraid of letting treacherous vessel into their combat ranks. Let us not interfere. We are leaving. Right, so I might come back here later when I've got permission to actually join in the fight. I have to talk to the Imperial agent dude. Right. Huh. So Frozen Prince, and then it's jumped to here, and I suppose we'll head towards footfall. Oh. Woohoo! Like watching him on deck, the chief mutant hunter was responsible for limiting heresy in the hold of the ship were mad due to perilous influence of the warp. Climbed the parapet above the central accelerator complex and threatened to jump unless the entire crew immediately submitted to a rigorous examination to uncover physical deformities and unholy perversions. And financial cost of the inspection of thousands upon thousands of crew members and consultant tech priests about the danger of foreign material getting into the intake of the accelerator complex, the deranged mutant hunter was graciously allowed to proceed with ending his life in the desired manner. Shot me. Well, I've got no new ways. I keep clicking to try and drag the screen around. That's not how this one works. Okay, let's see what this plays off of me. Whee. Anything interesting? Yes, Ice World. Ammo is required. I go everywhere. Shard of the Holy World. Ooh. Very interesting place. We will eventually get to footfall. It is only a matter of time.
That's interesting.
That's a trap. I'd like to walk down the door, that's a trap.
What a shameful failure.
Nothing defined can be said about it. He failed. Anyway, best Medicaid. So a frozen planet?
Nothing can catch me off guard.
No. Apparently not.
Duty prevails. The Emperor favors me today.
From a ship plating bearing the unholy symbols, it seems the vessel not shot over the planet.
Marching ahead.
How big a map is this? Not particularly big. Still, it didn't go very well, did it? Fate of the Chaos Marine here. Or two. Faulty weapons, yours many handmade Aquilus symbol of
Make
faith.
the forth. All souls cry out for salvation. Another battle demands our attention.
Unto the devout shall the sacrifice be gifted.
Okay. We got 1 cultist, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cultists aren't really an issue. Holy! I'm sorry, why is that Hellbrute here? Pascal, if you could like just techie 5 that one to beat Blitz, please, that'd be great. That one's a bit big. The game does realise I have only got 100 HP, right? Even Mazurai is like, eh. The reason why she's not in cover is because she's just her. I can't reach it. Where's the cover one? Gun in the back. Front.
Request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved.
Right, we got 9 points out of that, so that's good. Well, that doesn't really matter when we do a brutal strike or normal strike, they both do the same thing, so.
The All Messiah knows all, comprehends all. Heavy
fumble.
is the tread of his faithful.
Yeah. Burn.
With grace and
Malice.
don't distract me.
You have massive movement points.
Oblivion approaches. Warrior of anguish.
Secondary weapon. Bug him.
Behold,
Yeah, so much movement points.
it is not done.
Right,
This
Yeah.
tedium is beneath my heat.
that works. That was a less dangerous kill shot one as well.
If it serves your cause.
Well, actually, no, first.
I understand your intent.
Look, now she's in better study. Better feed. Maybe you actually put the point of this on the hell brute. Great big,
If I
doesn't hide in
must.
cover.
Such is the will of chaos.
Keep firing him. Go on, hit him. Here's them all. Is there a reason why I won't shoot him? Cultists. I wonder if cultists and Final Dawn aren't really having a good day with each other. Oh.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
And with a holy bolter, I shoot.
I'll do it.
E. Let me get to it.
Doubt is for the weak. Rejoice in battle! Faith without deeds is worthless.
Horse is not gonna get you. Me.
Bring it on.
Feel free to keep shooting it. Oh.
High momentum.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it now. They're shooting the hell, bro. they're all out of range.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
I am his will made manifest. I'll do it. This is why I was
Right,
chosen.
and I chose around for him.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Frankly, her thing gets better than what she shoots.
I'll do it.
I only shoot this one.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Right. Now she actually ends her turn.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered.
Catherine. Fiend of Melon. Yeah, I put points on so I can make them go nuts. Right, well that's what I wanted for that is already triggered.
They won't expect this.
Nope, no one's dead. Therefore put up.
Consider that off limits.
No line of sight. Really? The
I know
big
what
guy
to
that's
do.
over there I cannot see. How about now? Now I can see
I
him.
said so done.
You know, the big 4 square thingy I couldn't target.
Let's set this in motion.
See now. Look, they have a bounty.
I know what to do. Didn't see that one coming, did you? See.
Whee! More productions. Wild Hunt.
Witness my resolve! You are clearly outmatched.
Yeah. Ignore the fact that they have well significantly more health than me.
My vow is to serve. Request approved.
Yeah, so we'll put superiority on this.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Yep. I can punch.
Request approved.
You're not close enough.
Binary override.
Have that. That's some management on the machine. Nice strike.
With grace and manners. Don't attack me. Behold. Watch.
Yeah, of course I can't do anything else with him right now.
No weakness is hidden from my
Nice hit.
sight.
What did I do? Woof. That's a lot of damage.
I am not your son.
The dark gods abandon us.
It serves your cause. My hands.
The dark gods.
I understand your intent.
I thought she had a massive range on her weapon. I'm not entirely sure while I was shooting the hell route. But I won't complain. In fact, I'll join in.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the fire in my heart.
Be said. Aye. I have so many points.
Doubt is for the weak.
Well, I almost killed it.
I'll do
Sweet.
it. As the Emperor commands. Escape the Emperor's judgment.
Woohoo! That went off on a bang.
Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Even though negative.
Doubt is for the weak. I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
Thank you, Homer, a lot.
Step aside. The navigator is coming.
I see you.
Isn't this a job for the serfs? I'm afraid not.
My range. I'm not got a range on Pascal. I don't need to shoot very often, so.
Function successfully terminated.
Nice. Let's see. Let's return. How do I act? Anybody within range to shoot this? We should be able to shoot it.
you why navigators are feared.
Not too bad. You guys are resilient against warp, but it's fine.
They won't expect this.
I can't see them apparently.
Let's set this in motion.
I don't know why we won't do that, you can't. Yes, go away.
I know what to do.
Let's see, I can do
It's said,
that.
so done.
That.
A costly mistake.
Got him.
They won't expect this.
Just for the fun of it. Take your pick on the target here.
All creatures!
Nicely done. Can I hear anybody else? Oh, these guys are all out of my sight.
Easy.
Let's sprint to a new location if we need it.
Set this in done and
Oh, almost got a free. Almost a free. There's only one guy left, Pascal.
Advancing.
Now then, none.
What has triggered this unit's interest? Is blasphemy imminent?
that
can feel the pain of the iron parts inside you. It is intentional, yes. You're not as blind to true pleasures as the other monkey.
I don't think he feels that way, but Puppet was the most attacked. It was no doubt fiercely defended. Preacher's. There's a lot going into that one. They turn to mush.
Stay sharp.
The Hellbrew exploded, so we didn't get that one. Looks like they were defending that to the bitter end. Can't go any further this way. Well, apparently there's loot back here. This was the holy place, and it's now a frozen holy place.
Forge ahead.
Never linger.
It looks like they were defending this to the last man.
I better myself through my service.
And we load up again.
Keep your guard up.
I'm quite
Never
frankly
doubt
running out
me.
of skills to give you guys. Modified track grenade. Grenado. Former warehouse appliance of defenders creates visions. Often gears considered poor quality. So they had really poor quality, but they were expected to hold this place against
Let's see
the
this
forces of
through.
chaos. Oh, well done, didn't it? Bodies of the defenders. And this has Boots of Decay and a Tearing Vengeance power axe. Ooh, one-handed. I'm not sure Maserati can even wield that, but I know it is ritual. Well, ain't gonna be ritualizing that today, are they? And one bit of loot.
Marching ahead.
Well, yeah, clearly these people fought to the last breath. They did go down swinging. Yeah, God, I'm gonna have to go through do everyone's level ups. This game, unfortunately, does not have a auto level system. It's a nice world, but they have a star. Oh well. Right. Start with you. Don't know how to see doing steady hand of justice. That's why we went melee. That's handy. Okay, giving you a... Let's see, what sort of build are you? Logic. Donation's not too bad. That's the highest stat. Next conversion. Being a law man. Persuasion won't be too bad an option for you. Could go all in on the coercion. I mean, that is his bread and butter, so you know what? Let's do that. All in. You are a walking wall of bullet. Walking tank, essentially. So say camaraderie. That's not too bad if you get in close with quarters with people. Fortress. Rack and ruin. Yeah. Those mini armor do not reduce dodge. Yeah, sure. You're a ballistic demolition person. Well, you're a little more spread out than others. Yeah, sure. Use some demolitions. In case I take you into Agenta. Let's see. Undaunted, watch yourselves. Not sure. I don't even know if I have move. Let's see, you are a commerce type. Through and through. Let's give you some Medicaid knowledge. It's not too bad having an extra person with Medicaid. I'm going for part of the mission on footfall. I'm going to take her with me, so. Yeah, sure. Because that's what you do with him. I zap him on Medicaid stuff. Again, another person who's got Medicaid. Not that much else. Get your Medicaid. I think you'd go to persuasion. I have not used you much at all because I have better fighters than you. You're not sure. How's someone gonna do that? Athletics, Medicaid. You know, put it on athletics. Get that built, then we got an extra person who can do 100 athletics. Okay. Calculations are offensive on power conduit. Sure. It's only 6 hours away. I mean, she's good at the warp law. Awareness is high, but she's never going to beat for awareness. I put a lot of points in that. Athletics. Well, persuasion is a pretty low stat. I somehow don't think I'm going to be putting enough for commerce, but you know. Good. You know what? There's a few things I would really like, but what have I got? Ooh. That's handy. Okay, he's athletics. A lot. It's like nobody beats him for athletics. Same way as no one beats her awareness score. Ever. Cool. No, sounds study. You know, reactive study. Let's see if we can get some extra points in on it. I could just go all in on that, but I might need some points in like Xenos, which is stupid because she's a Xenos. Same for you, but then you punch people, so it's fine. Crowd kill. Nice. Yeah, sure, I'll say that, 'cause I have him running in, so. Athletics is your high thing, and quite frankly, I think it's not a bad idea to keep boosting up, because I am using him a lot. Though I can't do it. I cannot increase his athleticism. Darn. You know what? And object passages. I mean, I'm not entirely sure who will actually get past her. That's a Medicaid. You don't need any more tech use skill. I don't think there's anything that can actually beat you. Yeah, sure. And that, he does use a melter at the moment. Why would anyone want, let's, go all in. Have tech use at 200. I mean, what's the chance that we're going to meet anything that you could fail a tech use check on? Tech check on. The answer is not going to happen ever. She's got high warp skill. I might increase her warp more actually. Sure. That's right, I can increase your warp loading further. It won't let me. Learn some Imperium law. Sure, let's see some crit chance going off. Yeah, I can't give you any more demolitions. She might want to make a rational argument at some point. Never gonna happen, but she could try. Right, now the puzzle is really important. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah. Knuckles Overly, Fortress. I don't do that. You're not sure. I'm not even sure I'm wearing medium armor, but I'll take it. Alright, what do I want to make myself even better at? I mean, I can persuade the Dickens. People do all sorts. I can't even have... There you go. Not persuasion. Let's just make it so I can make... I think commerce won't be a bad idea to get my hands up with the knees. So I can keep the ball rolling. I have very high skill in these sections. I can force people to do anything. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good, at this. Oh, I don't have... I need to get myself more extractors. I mean, I'm finding lots of plasteel. I think the only good thing about this place was the one I went to. Dead World. No, it's not Dead World, it's a gas giant. There's a difference. Colony. Bit of armor. Paid his charge. Blessing on the Saint. Give me some things. All non-Xenos. Where's one for Xenos? Yeah, complacency. I don't know what to give you. You're building that. You built that, so it's time for your next one. Complacency down to -3. You only have 4 complacency. Provisions, secret layer. Security could go down, that's not a problem. We got the Master of Flames feature. I mean, we got allies who have melter weapons, so that works out. Praising the Muse! Amusement! Triumph over the Expanse. Red warp routes always become orange. Ever get some more security. Efficiency down, security down, capacity up. Iconoclast up. Lots of Iconoclast fellowship points. Lots of profit. I want this. And you have nothing left. Push none of the thinkers. I don't think we've done that. So yeah, you got nothing left, dude. I'm pretty sure there are going to be more projects for these places because there's slots. Yeah, that's got that going. Falstone. You get, you know, say comment security. Let's get one on non-Venos guys. So, you know what? We get complacency up everywhere. In fact, it was finished. Kiva Gamma's just triggered something. Your lordship, a cryptic message arrived from Kiva Gamma. The fabricated consensor reports that they have beheld the eye of the divine. I requested details from your less devout servants, and they clarified that the inquest group, which has been investigating the many inexplicable events that have taken place on the planet, followed a trail of mysterious binary harmonics and came upon an ancient and abandoned data complex. It is connected to the Manufactorum by a maze of communication lines and contains a gargantuan data loom. The mechanism markings show it is designated, or I should say its rather menacing name is Null Caliph. Null Caliph is immersed in sacred astrological astrogational calculation and has shown no inclination to make contact. Tech police that connected to it were punished for the intrusion with a lethal injection of their motive force. The only thing they managed to find out is that the spirit of the data loom is not bound with the vows of compliance that would normally restrain a machine spirit of such power. It is astounding. This astounding mighty entity bows to no one, driven only by its own aims. What is this abandoned complex? It is an ancient production facility, far older than the colony itself. Some assembly lines bear the marks of the Cognizant's fleet. Perhaps the first explorers who came to the Gross Expanse set up a station on the yet uninhabited planet. The station was then consumed by the developing industrial colony and eventually forgotten. It is possible that whatever plans they had for it were so clandestine that its creator's deaths ended up casting it into oblivion. The catalogue contained no data supporting this hypothesis. It does, however, contain the designation Null Caliph. The Null Caliph initiative is a project of the fabled Archmagos Opticon 107, whose function was the initial exploration of the Kronos Expanse. All information on this project was removed from the catalogue as per... be right back, folks. I'm back, folks. Let's see, where were we? Yeah, well, that made us. What about this data loom? What is it? That's right, it's basically this. Sacred computational mechanism of great power. His body is vast, and the wisdom and metal of his machine spirit would benefit any Imperial Titan. The machines of such high might and splendor are kept carefully hidden from the eyes of the laity, and worshipped on certain planets as great logic oracles, sacred angels of the Omnissiah, or demigods. Null Caliph's structure includes remarkable pieces of archaeotech, part of it extending far throughout Kiva Gamma, like a void kraken's tentacles. We now know where the warp transmitter, modified by Hubus Delphim, came from. Must have been part of this mechanism. The data angels that we encountered earlier were born of its computational might, full of vigor. They saw around its computational aura, which radiates the noon sphere. Their response to our presence has been favorable thus far. Because your servants have been monitoring the execution of the procedure 0C, they rather boldly believe they have gained some insight into certain patterns of its calculation. They claim they could help achieve an standing with Null Caliph, or defeat it in battle. What's it calculating? Oh, we have a hypothesis. Hypothesis according to which Null Caliph can see into the warp, similar to a navigator. Any interaction between technology and the warp is, as you were well aware, kept under careful supervision of the Adeptus Mechanicus. So you can imagine how unique this mechanism is. According to the Magi, it can calculate routes through the Immaterium without rest or fear of corruption. Given the fact that it has no human soul, they claim that its power is comparable to that of a Novator of the Navigator House. Apparently, Procedure 0C was initiated by this mechanism to integrate Magi with high psychic potential in order to expand its own computational capacity. Currently, its calculations are operating at full capacity, approaching completion. We assume the perfect execution of Procedure C contributed to this. The great calculator seems indifferent to mortals. This expresses a lack of desire to interact with us or destroy us. The tech priest reached out to Null Cipher Caliph once more, using certain excerpts from the dictates of Procedure 0C. Machine's reaction was benign. It showed no hostility. Advisors? The great machine spirit that identifies itself as Null Caliph bears potential as a valuable ally, one that could replace the need for navigators comprised of fallible flesh. We must make contact with this holy entity, for to do so is an honor of the Omnissiah's tenants. That the tech priests who have the audacity to disturb Null Caliph were deprived of their motive force is a testament to the might of its data voice. I hold the knowledge to create a mediator that could interface with the fearsome machine spirit and ease the burden of its revelations on unprepared minds. If it stares into the warp, then it's vulnerable to attacks from the warp. Never thought I'd suggest something like this, but if we want to make the machine obey us, we should assault it through the Immaterium. A navigator data loom? This abomination makes a mockery of every navigator house legacy. The very fact of its existence is profoundly sickening and vile. Null Caliph must be destroyed post-haste. Allow me to send word to other navigator houses. They will waste no time in dispatching their forces to destroy this monstrosity. Logic. And that gives me this. Persuasion gives me the same thing. Act regardless of their momentum without spending momentum. Wow. It's powerful. Warp. Security +1. Tech use. Just gives me security. And Cassia. Despite superior speed. I don't see much benefit on the other tools. Succeeded. It will be done. Yes, I'm good at this. Many magi lost their lives trying to make contact with the great machine spirit before it noticed how frail their bodies and minds were before its might. Taking pity upon the servants of the Omnissiah, it softened its dear voice. It actually then entreated the great spirit to forge an alliance with the foot rogue trader. And Nul Galef answered, halting its sacred calculation. It bestowed its favour upon the supplicants. With its tireless, unblinking eye observing the warp currents, many a traveller have been saved from peril. I know, might not have made her happy, but... Let's see, Holy Prophet gives me people and profit factor... Efficiency, complexity, security is up, so... Iconoclast... Efficiency and security go down, but I don't think it even makes a dent, to be honest. No, it doesn't make a dent in either of them. Right, the actual things that make matter. Loyalist Garb has a light suit. Wallbringer is a exotic weapon. Looks pretty nice actually. And then you got the Echo of Victory. Well, for that I need the secret layer to be completed. That I believe is over here in Yanis. And they should start doing their projects much faster now. Oh look, Falstone's got something to say. Their storyline thing. Lord Captain, the situation of Falstone requires your attention. One of the servants tasked with the Crucible's maintenance has declared publicly that he has been liberated from all worldly concerns, for he is none other than the reincarnation of Saint Cognitus. With an extremely questionable reports claiming that he has performed miracles, spotted by the congregation, guarded by preaching, he has asked for your lordship's permission to depart from Falstone with the Crucible in tow, that he may continue Saint Cognitus' work and use this relic to transform worlds, once true to the faith of the Imperium, into lush, splendorous gardens. It goes without saying that such a generous gift to the Cross Expanse could bring great renown to your lordship, but at a heavy cost. Falstone would turn back into a wasteland, and you would lose the prestige that comes from having the charge with such a valuable relic. And the reincarnate? What do we know about him? Tiber Hike, technomat from the Footfall. He now prefers to be called Brother Purevoice, and a remarkable commoner with no family, gaunt, unkept, covered in scabs of working the Crucible. He has become obsessed with it from the day it was discovered. He never left his maintenance post, never rested, barely slept, fasting and living off stimulants and condensate from the relic cooling circuit. He then started having revelations and eventually saw the truth, or went completely insane. His sermons were directed at commoners, appealing to them for humility and mercy. He often speaks about his former life as a saint, and many of these tales match known legends about St. Cognitus. There's no archaean pronunciations or radical deviations from the creed have been found in his words, yet. Okay guys, what are we going on about? I have ample experience with the saintly saviors like him in the past. Whatever the great cause they proclaim as their mission, they generally naively believe that people really do need them. If you round up enough orphans and lepers who would trip over themselves to pay for our profit for salvation, he will soon forget all about the Crucible and his holy mission. I know a few guilds of professional beggars who would be delighted to offer their services to us. False prophets in the streets are a common occurrence. Their summons breed turmoil, riots, and acts of disobedience. The Inquisition recommends that such unstable agents be isolated and quietly removed. The arch-enemy's lies take over many guises, but the Emperor's miracles are 100-fold stronger. On more than a few occasions he has bestowed epiphanies upon the faithful, even those of the humblest origin. I myself bear the name of a poor orphan who was granted miraculous power by his grace. So give me time and I will find you the loyal agency escort brought Pure Voice on his travels. They'll keep him safe if he is pure, and punish him should he sense deceit to his words, but I have a feeling that his rebirth is a true wonder. The Undying One does not release the souls he has have come to him. This man is either lying or misguided. An experienced spinner will help him see the truth, or repent the deception. Wow, that's a lot of things. Will officially -2, Prophex +1. Pure Voice Flames, and +15 bonus to all their skills. Ooh. That's a lot of bonuses. Consecrated weapons. More damage. Again, weapons. Shadow of the Undying One. Armor. So not bad armor. Placing it down, execute this dangerous armor publicly. This one when. You know what? This one seems way too good. +2, I lose -2 efficiency. Pure Voice Flame and Emperor's Will is a powerful melee weapon. I like this one. I like the +15 points. I'll get to it immediately. I'll choose the best of people of the task, the most devoted. Having lured the Crucible onto the requisition void ship, the Pure Voice Prophet gathered up his flock and set out for distant worlds to spread his word. The spiritual authority of the Order of the Hammer suffered as a result, and the loss of the Crucible sowed substantial rest among the populace. Before departing, the preacher expressed his appreciation by sending the Lord Captain a gift, a relic that, according to his own claims, once belonged to his previous incarnation. The Cern Guard, selected by Sister Argenta, vigilantly provided protection for the Prophet, ensuring that his fort remained pure. Yeah, they're not happy they lost the Crucible. But you know what? That's fine. I haven't hit negative on anything, we're still good on everything. I still got to do Dagonus? Yes, Dagonus has to do their thing and they'll get another script. Janus has got their thing, Kiwagama's done theirs. So these three are done. It's just these two now. Hey, that was a lot of talking. That was a lot of reading, that was. To be sure, sir. It was a lot of speaking and a lot of talking. Just to say a few holy words about a holy man. Whee. I want to go there and then down to here, so... Wait, do you actually... Oh, he may not actually have a road... Oh, he doesn't have a road to here. Chart the course. Oh. Oh, then... Foulstone... Janus. You're up to it now. Lord Captain, an Odo Xenos punitive unit led by the Acolyte Zoo has arrived on Janus. The Inquisitional forces have already taken control of the Governor's Palace and intend to inquire into the recent anomalies on Janus. I am surprised they found that they have the informed us of their arrival at all. It streams a semblance of trust. The initial interrogation have said Then it sends you on the tracks of the wretches towards the anomalous region. Her people will continue to dig deeper, so to speak. Cooperating with the Inquisition would do us more good than trying to hide the current misfortune of the colony. Give them a message, keep us informed about their integration. It's a favour. If only we could throw them a bone and let them find the evidence they want. One that we can get by without. The rest can be concealed away from inquisitive eyes. Like a sand lizard shedding its tail, sometimes one must cede the battle to win the war. If someone were to walk around my domain so brazenly, they would certainly regret it. Lay the open trap, lace it with poison, put down the bait and wait for the enemy to end their own worthless lives. Ask the only one where my Inquisition sojourn on Jan's brief. Be proactive and give the acolyte what she's looking for. Synaptic coagulator. Ouch. Thematic grace, technologic coercion and persuasion. Yeah, it's not bad. I have massive points in this. I don't need any of it. I guess we slow those down. As much as I would like to set Mazarite on them, I fear it may come back to bite me in the butt. The best option, the Inquisition will be satisfied and Jez will return to normal as soon as the sooner. No trail servants eagerly set about finding the smallest trace of anything that the agent's Inquisition. Lady Zul's people are so inaugurated with denunciations and testimonies that the acolyte suspected sabotage is guiding his aid. However, their assistance bore fruit and put the Inquisition on the right track. After Lady Zu had set up her headquarters in the governor's palace, she began to situate on Yanis. All those feeling guilt for the crimes while the Emperor could only stay silent and pray. During her investigation, Lady Zu was able to establish that genetic changes in the wretched bodies were caused by a mysterious substance into the water by a xeno obelisk. These substances did not contaminate the water until recently, as shown by the analysis of the Magos biologist. The same xeno obelisk appeared to be linked to it by a chain of energy communications, also a source of unknown radiation that seemed to have caused the outbreak, contaminating the growth of the current uncontrolled sector of the planet. This also seems to be causing an appearance of mysterious phantoms. According to Lady Zu's theory, there may be some sort of ancient mechanical construction on Uranus that has awakened from its slumber. It's possible that the is occurring on the planet are merely side effects of a blasphemous machine trying to start itself. So, what you're saying is, we found stuff. That it? Yep. I'm not going to do the pay organs just yet, because he's still not quite high enough. It's not as high as the others. We'll get these eventually. Security's monstrously high. We don't have to worry about that. It's complacency we've got problems with. Nothing that got us. That's a lot of stuff. Profit factor -3, but I don't, I don't really care, to be honest. Efficiency and security up everywhere by 3. I got a lot of people. I got people. No problem. Yep. Imperial Navy me. I thought I'd just trail it. If I just switch sides, it'll be there. Terrible news from Nargonas, your lordship. Your vigilant servants have discovered the absence of excessive treachery on our capital world, one that has grown far too large and that could rupture any moment. The informants report that the group known as the Four Men Clan is actually a cover for a horrendous cult of genetic abominations, who currently have their people in every echelon of the hive. They are betrayers of pure humanity, traitors of the creed, rebels and heretics. Apparently their unholy sermons speak of the free, sorrowful phalanges of the finger pointing the way to retribution and unity. That's one of the guys I want to kill. What exactly might people find out? Found them. Gene Steel cult. One of the treacherous, tenacious clerks from the administratum questioned the authority of the reports coming from the ruins. He personally observed the debris removal and entered the lower levels of the fallen hive. There he discovered signs of proofs someone had been infected by a gene plague. Thousands of corpses and extra armed abominations had been buried in a massive grave. He also found the remains of Achilles Scalander's people. It seems that they had noticed signs of corruption, and the traitors, aiming to cover up their crimes, buried their misdeeds under the truth rooms of the hive. On the way back to their clerk's transport, was destroyed, but he miraculously managed to survive. Now the heretics think they have covered their tracks once more, and so they continue their plots, oblivious and unprepared for our attack. Horrendous distortion of human form. It seems that they spread their poison by biting and enslaving their victims. Some of them are indistinguishable from normal humans, while others are disgustingly ugly. The heretics hide them away from prying eyes. They seem to be connected to this common consciousness and are absolutely loyal to the despicable cult. The astropathic choir master of the Dragonas has suggested that the cult may be behind the extermination of the psychers on the planet. You can get ghosts of a powerful consciousness of some sort. The unsanctioned psychers gathered on Dragonas are ready for a psychic engagement. Sadly, they are not very skilled, but they do not fear death. They are too used to its constant companionship. The enemy will not strike fear into them. Along with my ship? I am afraid so, your lordship. Descriptions of Dragonas are quite similar to what we have witnessed ourselves. They are the same deformities, the same underhanded tactics. Either they are kin or are aberration, or they are another branch stemming from the same foul fruit. Indeed, they probably began by recruiting workers. These to blend in with the labouring riffraff, posing as a union of technomats. They can conceal their secret operations and infiltration into the upper echelons of power. Each new crisis allows them to gain more of our trust and resources. And most despicable of all is that they have perverted our faith. They revere the God Emperor in the form of a four-armed monstrosity. Their prayers are full of hatred towards those in power, and promises of a reckoning when their dreadful deity will come to equate them with their oppressors. With us, that is, many of the fools and troublemakers have fallen for their lies. That's how gene steel cults work. They literally promise this lot, they get the masses to join up, and then they go bleh. In the secluded labour settlements of the ruined Sycophon, they could act with impunity, or at least they prevented them from infecting the hive as severely as they could have done. When your lordship stood up for the minor cults, they received a golden opportunity to recruit more openly into their ranks. They are brimming with fools who have yet to realize they are partaking in heretical conspiracy. They are called gene stealers, and they are not simple mutants. They are Xenos plague that breathes inside the human brain, who are distorting the genetic makeup and enslaving them to the brood. This is much more threatening to the Drukhari fleet that routed the capital earlier. If they are on Dragonas, they will try to overtake the entire planet sooner or later. The messengers of the great devourer. My kin can sense the shapeshifters, but they should stay vigilant, Elantark. For a species as psychically weak as the Monkey, their arrival may spell death. The heretics are mostly consistent of workers, but some have infiltrated the guard as well. Their weapons are primarily made from repurposed industrial machinery. The cultists are fearless and will rarely sacrifice themselves for the sake of their common goal. The worst is part of their psychic threat. We cannot even begin to gauge it. Some of the engine vandals could be infected by this plague, but most of them are more likely to come to our aid. They are too used to eating out of your lordship's hand to bite it. Absolutely right. It is impossible to negotiate with degenerates. We should completely annihilate them. We should start from the top. We should act decisively and quickly. Or should we show our hand by bringing assault vehicles to the capital and gain the advantage of firepower? Do we quietly eliminate their leaders, or do we rain destruction upon the infected territories and cleanse them of traitors? Yebel, raise the people into battle, and publicly proclaim war. Tell the people that heretics are hiding among them, and that millions of their loyal subjects will grind the thousands of traitors to dust. May Dargonis cleanse itself of this filth. Mazarai's caustic laugh sends shivers down your spine. Let the others sully their hands. Just one beacon, and my kinsmen will descend upon the infected hives. Perhaps they will cause some additional casualties here and there, but have no doubt none of your enemies will survive, even hiding in their little nests. That is true. The Drakari and the Aldari both hate the Tyrannid. Och, the Clendon shall be thorough. A good few wrecks of dead ships still linger in orbit after the day the Xenos scum attacks your world. Command your fleet to pick them up and send them plummeting towards the nests of the spawning, trying to encroach on your domain. Since all of them are linked by common will, we should start by launching our attack there. If the Aspect Choir could drown out the voice of the brood, we were able to launch a sudden strike and act quickly enough before the enemy could restore cohesion and alert their forces to the assault. Yeah. That's good. I think that Mazarai's boys going first, because the Drakari suddenly descending upon them will cause absolute chaos. They won't know what to do. I mean, a Drakari invasion was bad enough, but a Drakari invasion with a very specific target. As long as my guys stay, in a distance and protect themselves, the Drakari will lay off them and target the juicy ripe for slaughter. Mazarai. I will tell you where the inactive beacons we can use are here on Dragonus. You thought you had discovered all my secrets, did you? At the appointed time, the undeclared war against the cult began. The leaders of the cult were quietly limited, all without lifting the veil of secrecy. The surprise raid of the Drakari proved to be an excellent distraction. The heretics could not have guessed that this attack was being at the behest of the rogue trader, who had uncovered their despicable conspiracy. This attack granted Lord Captain's servants some precious time. When the heretics finally realized they were facing extermination, it was too late. Their leaders were slain, and the rest of them died amid the carnage of the street battles. The allies among the cult among the engine vandals heard the voice of the brood pleading for help, yet very few of them answered. Those leaders still loyal to the trader had been warned in advance and had treacherously killed most of those intending to raid the hives. Yeah, got into one of these. The only one thing filled the road trader's servants with unease. Inside the cult's main temple, they found the den of some grotesquely enormous monster. It was empty. They did not find the beast. If the Emperor had been merciful to Dragonus, the monster would surely have been perished in the fires that engulfed the hives during that cycle. Yep. That's going to take that out. That's not in progress. But I obliterated that place. Let's go back and beat you up again. Still. Be nuked. With that, that cult's gone. Up in flames. And that's fine. It be a fine thing that they all go poof. These two, this one's yet to do thingy, so okay. We came here once before, but we couldn't actually do anything here. Maybe we can now. We do have a far more powerful auger, an artificial object here. Okay, not quite there yet. All unusual noise on the bridge ceased when the shadow of the gigantic void ship appeared out of nowhere. Sails past the stained glass windows. It seems forlorn. The hull is tarnished, lumens are dead, and the windows broken and shrouded. The old crew can't recognize the signature of its ancient silent engines. Might shed some light on its decrepit hull and make out a faded name. Queen's Lament. The Voxmaster's report breaks the somber silence. The Voxcast from the dead void ship. Vox system check, and reports of communications are in order, even though they are only eerie unnatural sounds can be heard through the Vox. Remember this week across the bridge. All the officers are certain this void ship was old ghost stories. Green Lament has appeared countless times in all corners of Imperium. Like a ghost, it manifested out of nowhere, and just as mysteriously vanished in the darkness of space, taking with it those who had dared to board. Lament. The road trader had heard that name before. The void ship was destroyed by Xenos in one of the violent battles for expanse over 3 millennia ago. They say that his captain was a devout and vengeful man. Apparently this head blueprints of the Imperial cruisers. The Count Party sets out to the bridge, following dark, unpowered corridors with somehow retained oxygen and gravity. Telling a different story. All the scouts are alive and still moving forward. The anxious prayer of the Emperor was whispered over the Vox. For a moment, the operator fell silent, and suddenly returns mumbling excuses about his imagination playing tricks on him. Are still walking ahead of him, alive and well, and the void ship looks completely empty again. Well, yeah. Wow, that's he. After a few minutes of silence, a child's cry can be heard through the Vox. The stuttering operator reports that his friends and family and the members of the scouting party are blocking the way. The friends and families who've all been taken by death. The soldier confirms that they're not seeing ghosts but living people made of flesh and bone. The soldiers are begging the road trader to let them talk to their loved ones for a moment. The scouts begin to argue. The unintelligible quarrelling abruptly stops after a few minutes. Anxiously gives a report. As soon as the squads split up, the ones who decided to stay with their loved ones were swallowed by the darkness of the empty hall deck and vanished. Half an hour later, the Vox comes to life once again. The operator faulty reports that the scouting party has breached the bridge. The cogitators are broken, so extracting any data from them seems impossible. The scouts have found a strange object in the captain's chair. They can't describe it, only saying that this shouldn't be there. In his usual flat voice devoid of emotion, the operator completes the report. The way the bridge looks, 16 hours and 44 minutes. The soldiers are exhausted and would like to take a rest sometime. Confused, they also only only half an hour has passed outside the Queen's Lament. I don't think letting them rest is a good idea. Let's see, should we take the object of... Shouting thing a brave heard of Vox as the operator is going to say something, but nothing happens. Still a lingering silence. Then someone's frantic sniffling, a blood-curdling scream and a heavy static. Then the officers aboard the flagship come realization that the only thing left behind the stained glass windows of the captain's bridge is the uncanny vastness of space. The Lament has disappeared unnoticed, taking the entire scouting party with it. The story of the ghost ship, yet again, has swallowed the souls of unfortunate victims, but live on for many years in the hushed whispers across every deck of the road trader's void ship. I want I should have blasted instead. Let's see how well its ghost ship survives being blown to bits. Oh well, I've done that one, so... I don't have to go back to the Dragonis, it seems, other than to drop off everything going on there. So I will instead head. Unidentified beacon. There's lots of things here and there and everywhere. I think I go to. Yeah, you go there, and then that's a trip down south. Yeah, road traders, mobs. Yeah, that don't really change much, to be honest. Nyong. Nothing happened. It was a uneventful trip for the warp. Ah well. Doop 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 doopy doop 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 doop. This is blessings all there. Footfall there. I'll send them here. I'll talk to these guys. Wow. Yeah, you're like, okay, buy that one. Go get filthy rich. That does 9 points on each side, though. Right, I have no thingy to do anything else with you. You're maxed out. I can't even go to them. Like, they complain us. The Hawks mention for footfall. The Inquisition has declared martial law on the station due to the threat of malicious extremists. The document will require special permission, and even most of the asteroids have been cordoned off. The station's custodian, her ladyship Incendiacoria, sends her greeting and invites the lordship to disembark. Docks with a small retinue. Her enforcer will meet you there to escort you to another prior. Custodian. Hey, not your custodian. You were given. This Inquisitor is pushing himself for his own thingies here. He is definitely trying to pull a stunt. How static and Jane's honeyed voice fills the air. Vigus, slave for my heart. Forgive the intrusion, but I have important business with the rogue trader. Oh, Shireen, I simply wish to remind you about my numbskull crew who got themselves captured by some rival Ashmags. Vladimir is too occupied for schemes, and besides, Incendiacoria has already put him in his place, which leaves only Falco, my maid, as I tear his soul to pieces. Football is straight ahead. I'd rather not waste the precious sand still left in the hourglass of their lives. He threw a wrench into the works, making my trade network fall apart like a badly assembled chrono. No income, no profits, only damages, all because my right hand is chained up on one of the Footfall's asteroids. How about we pay Falco a courtesy visit? Sure, your imposing visage will loosen his tongue, and maybe, just maybe, untie the hands of my crew. Yep, I'm gonna do that. Fragrant rosebush in the entire bustling garden of the Cross Expanse. If there's all you have to say, unceremoniously boots Jane from the channel. Dunk! Get off. What are your instructions? All the docking gates were not watched by the enforcer, locked, registered with and rigged explosives. Wish, Captain. Yep, we all go to the atrium. Well, she's in the party because she can't be in the party. I want. Sure, let's bring Mazarai. Oh, then yeah, we still got decent optics, so we're fine. That's, he gave me a Sylph warrior. So he's like shows that he's really well connected. Getting one of those guys back from Common Ra is a bit of a thing. We are also stupidly well leveled. I mean, our level is pretty darn high. We are an absolute beastie monster squad. I dare say we'll be equivalent of 18 plus.
Onward to victory.
Let's call these people. Confessors, yep. Man, okay, about them. Where's my... Hey, Zeta. Information request accepted. Acceptable response found here and heed. Mastal, Corda, and the specified unit's actions notice an effect on the operation of this exploratory cognizance fleet. Since the specified unit has no jurisdiction over the Destined Mechanicus or any assets, therefore. Glory to the Messiah. I was like, well, we could. Well, quite frankly, you know, working for what's working for her like working for her has absolutely no thing whatsoever. I don't care. She is not. We have the Adeptus Mechanicus, and as such, even the Rogue Trader has no authority over us. Wow, we have a lot of buying to do. What happens when you like 900 points with somebody? Improve lightweights. I mean, I have so many bits and bobs, it's ridiculous. I don't even need all this stuff. God help me if I have to actually do anything with it. You must select the such and such item. Is like, I can't. Why? I can't find it. So chain grenades. Yeah, it's not so bad. A little grenade damage there. Ancient plasma rifle. Ooh, I might give that to Pascal. Holy power armor. Adeptus Astartes equipment. Excellent. I finally got something for the Wolf Boy. Mars Astartes flamer. That's a big flamer. That's a big flamer. They don't have, unfortunately, don't have little things to tell you little splurs, or don't actually give you full details. Most going to be absolutely ridiculous amount of stuff to do. Modified breaches armor. Not bad. Not bad at all. Anything I haven't got you? I mean, not yet maxed out, so it's still good for stuff. We're just buying everything. Ooh, almost has Prudence. That's a nice. Okay, that's another one for Pascal. Give that Pascal. Let's go for him. El the Flow. Smiter. Giant pickaxe. Bag with stimulants. Portable motive force storage. Mars pattern Thunderhammer. Ooh, advanced heavy stubber. That might be a good one to give over to Argenta. And that's it. Wow, he only has 4 more levels to go and we've maxed him. This one thanks thee for buying 9 billion of our things. You're welcome. Pretty sure one of these things gave me a... I sworn that one of these things gave me a piece of gear. Payment all ones are available now. It takes a while for this one to be finished, but it's all near the end. After it's only one of these guys. Vivisex against Xenos. Merciful Savior. Nice. Pleasure World. Watch from above. It's a sword. Watch from above. The only things I need those. I could have sworn I picked up a piece of power armor. Let's see. Type sending name date newest. Apart from the whole heap load stack load of things we've got. Light condensed. Medium body glove. Light. Oh no, that shows me what I can wear. Alright. Skitari. That's heavy armor, welcome. Medium armor. Medium, I must adapt to the starties. Heavy. That's nice heavy. For heretical follower. Power. Familial power armor. Why can't I equip it? I can't wear it. I don't have power armor proficiency. Neither do you. Ah, no, she's adept to Soriatus. You're not. You're a Novator. You can't wear that. You're not human. Nope. Nope. Yes. Power of 80. Dodge penalty thing, but damn, that's a lot of strength. Okay, you're getting this. Power it up. Oh, now that's cool. Okay, we need to get ourselves power armor proficiency so we can wear something we don't need. That's awesome. Giveaways. Pokemon 70. Yeah, no. Do like it outfit though. I am a sucker for full faceplates. I had no unequipable type. Okay, helmets. You're an operator. Yep, sure. Cool. You get guns again, that's awesome. Okay. Accessory. These are neck. Neck. Here we go. Dance Macabre. Automatically hit target. This. You're not sure. You have weapons that do that. Oh, I ain't changing weapons. It shows you how often I use this character. It hasn't been used in a while. Okay, scrolling down to this section. Xenotech, enemy finder. Not sure. Agility and fellowship. I'd rather something that boosts our accuracy, to be honest. Yeah, that sounds fun. I'm gonna do that. I don't even know the. Yes. Cool. Oh, you actually do info. So if you do info on them. Oh, that's having that one. Okay, gloves. Play dance. Not sure. Yeah, that and boots. You know what? Sounds good. Okay, weaponry. I don't want melee weapons at the moment, I want the range weapons. Either or melee. Ah, see, that Kabbalite Spinflers was way better than the one she's got. And apparently I have 12 of them. Could give it a rifle, which tends to be a way to find pistols. Oh, elite blast pistol. Yup. You got something nasty to shoot with. Beggar's weapon is pretty nasty. Bone shower is nasty. Not long range, but dear God, they hit hard. Really shuriken pistol. Blood burner is pretty nasty. Needle pistol's good. Ooh, tyrant. Yeah, that'll do. Now she's decked out. Stuff for things I don't have. Nope. I triggered something. Well, Shireen, what do we have here? A cowardly Ashmaga wants to get his paws and my certificate without even working up a sweat. Considering the circumstances currently affecting footfall, the place where this filth will be hiding is in the sewers. A nasty spot with a powerful whiff about it. That is true, but I swear to you, Shireen, you won't come up with a better foot trap for Falco. I know these tunnels at the back of my hand, and the most delicious part of all this is that the Ashmag chose to go in there, and he wasn't, she didn't. Of course, that's only if the Ash don't mess things up for us and everything goes to plan. And if it doesn't, it breaks off her shoulders sagging from the weight of her shouts. If it doesn't, my gangs are dead. Shireen, one wrong move, one word, gah, thrown, damn that Ashmag. Why is everything so difficult? Perhaps I should just give him the offer to kill. Falco's not a complete idiot. He won't risk such a valuable payoff. He'll hold up at the end of the deal and give me Tor and the others. The chase what I need to do is go down the sewer tunnels to footfall connector, tank of sleeping gas to the old ventilation system and direct the airflow of Falcon's hideout. And of course, pray that the outdoors won't let the airstrikes jackals don't spot us. It's true, Shireen. It's going to be a little trickier than it seems. Falco is desperate. Bound to have his thugs patrolling the tunnels. If your crew crashing around down there, he'll know something's afoot. And when Falco's feeling jumpy, hairs roll. What do you take me for? Never quite already. Don't worry, everything covered. So we get into the tunnels. Most passages have been solved by Corio's hounds. There's one that they definitely haven't got to. 10 pages to Octi and Adeptus Amicus, Shireen. Only have a pressing business to handle along the way. Now,
Stay sharp.
We're heading down there.
I knew Monkey was stupid. But traveling between the stars through the domain of Silent Thresh, I cannot imagine a worse kind of madness.
In the storms of the warp, we rely on the light of the God Emperor. Unholy Xenos are incapable of understanding true faith.
Yes, but unholy Xenos are also smart enough not to go in there in the first place. Now this is just tyrannical. That's a world that's gone completely and utterly off the deep end. They have this is what you call
Let's seize the moment.
going well off the deep end. I don't even know how you get out of this sector. Unless we do, I think unless we do business with her first, we can't leave the sector. Because she's cordoned off the other things.
Forge ahead, never linger.
This is just nuts. You know, this is just like feeds. This is practically like feeding people into the cults.
Runs the insight.
Yep, and she set herself up as the High Queen. Oh, yeah. Lies, I see clear my naked eye, the corruption has nature only cleansing fire was absolutely over now. Guilty! Guilty! Guilty of them all! She just took a plasma shot and didn't flinch. Incendia Cordia is absorbed in reading a long strip of parchment. Her left hand is holding a silver spoon with which she is carefully scooping up brain matter from the open skull of the man contoured next to her. That's not normal. You, Bill von Valancius, I was informed of your arrival. The exhaustion has marked Incendia's features with crisscrossed lines and deep furrows. Her cheeks forever twisted in continuous nervous tick. Her eyes are ablaze with indomitable resolve. A blazing aura of power and righteous fury surrounds her. Like a mantle, she gracefully brings a gold-plated inhaler to her lips, takes a deep breath, and the fire in her gaze flares like a plasma thruster. And she's high as a nut, high as a kite. What is this abominable act his daughter's committing? The sister of battle whispers incredulously as she stares at Cordia's monstrous feet. feast. There must be a reason. Mazarai's eyes are locked on the wretched soul who has his skull cracked open. The corner of Drakari's mouth twitches, stretching his gaunt face into a twisted grin. One look at Incendia's full dress uniform shows that it has not been changed in many days. The collar is greasy. The braid trim is stained with sweat. The air is tinged with the smell of inhaled stimulant that's used to give the serf's ability to work multiple watches without rest. Incendia smirks a silver spoon, and the man's brain is slowly consumed the revolting morsel. I must know the taste of a criminal's faults. It is how I learned to recognize their patterns. Humans can't do that. Yep. Flinches, but reacts too slow to stop you. He turns away with a resentful hiss, visibly disappointed. Incendia does not bat an eye at the man's death. A laughable accusation. Do you think yourself capable of detecting corruption? Better than you. Something wild sparks in their pale eyes. You know, not the first thing about perceiving it, sensing it, peering into people's souls and seeing the heinousness therein. You don't know what it's like to look at their faces and see the brand of their impious deeds, but I know it all too well, and none shall escape my wrath. I have Cassia. She can tell if you're lying with one glance. Jerks her chin up and responds haughtily. It is true justice, justice, inescapable, and equally merciless to all. The Lord Inquisitor has bestowed upon me the honor of bringing order to the cesspool of pirates and heretics. Ah, pirates, yes. Heretics, no. For everything they may do on footfall, not one of them, not a single pirate dares raise a voice against the Emperor. Through his football of the corruption that has festered in his limbs and turned his imperial station into a hotbed of free thinking and inefficiency, and I will not rest until they all have been judged and purged for his throne. Still drew a predatory smile. It must have been the Emperor's providence that brought you here to my court. It would be my pleasure to indict you of your crimes you committed. I have just broken out after being held captive by Xenos and Commonra and butchering my way through scores of enemies of humanity. Tell me, am I truly the greatest enemy of the Imperium you have been able to find? That you are loathed and feared by the enemies of humanity does not make you pure in the eyes of the Emperor. Perhaps he saw fit to see a different path, one of righteous xenocide and blood-soaked redemption for your faults. I would never dare gainsay his will. Yep. The hopeful crowd of the atrium starts hysterically climbing their oaths of fealty to the house von Valancius. Not one of them thinks twice before clutching the life you have offered them. Me. Incendiary Wheel leans on the armrest and looks at you with contempt. Take this pitiful gaggle of miscreants, you will if you so desire. My trial will not end here. I will have the whole of Footfall judged. I don't know there. Windscale is a traitor. While the expanse burns, ravaged by heretics and unhallowed Xenos, he abandoned his duties completely and has served the nerve to ignore the laws and Inquisitor's call for battle. My servants are capturing his worlds and ships while he hides from his reckoning, judging his base urges. Soon enough he too will stand before judgment. smiles turns vicious. I do so enjoy candor. Candor? When one who stands before the court admits openly that he shares the beliefs of someone about to be pronounced an outright anarchist, a traitor to the Imperium, I say such a confession should earn him a swift and less agonized execution. I am indeed. When the Lord Inquisitor enacted the martial law and expands, he offered me my support. I offered him my support at once. Footfall was chosen as the Lord Inquisitor's headquarters, and the position of Footfall's liege was temporarily abolished for the duration of this war, or perhaps longer than that. All authority was transferred to the station's warden, to me. While the Lord Inquisitor is preoccupied with the matter of strategic planning, I am tasked with overseeing security and order. And there's much to do on that front. Pirates, smugglers, apostates, and cold traders, deserters and outlaws, everyone warrants attention. Cracks and Nick, which must have grown stiff after so many hours of reading, before picking up another sheet. Everywhere you look, servants are buckling under the heavy stacks of new denunciations, warrants, and other documents. With the mediocre and far from the first, but my enforcers and my throne keep me safe. This reflector field is impervious to even to tank shells. That thief Torkara had that sacred Durasian relic stashed in one of his storerooms. That thief Torkara. I don't think the other guy got the thing. I think she's gone. All of them, thieves, smugglers, pirates, traitors, heretics, deserters, amateurs, harbourers, cowards, and purgers. Any who has ever trespassed, and any who have ever protected a miscreant or kept quiet about a crime they knew of, they will all be condemned. With such determination, Cynthia starts going through her papers, seeming no longer aware that she is doing so. More and more new convicts are being granted the great boon of undergoing servitude and and having rid themselves of responsible consciousness of serving the Imperium, free from doubt and weakness. Footfall will become again a bastion of law and righteousness. I will eradicate all heresy that prevents the faithless from giving themselves over to the good of toiling in his name. Do you think I find enjoyment in this? Yes. Looking at these vileness upon vileness, listening to one excuse after another, I loathe in this, despise every malefactor out there. If I were weak-willed, I would have obliterated this foul station with nuclear fire. Instead, I am here to offer each of them the right to be judged in his name and the chance to return to his fold renewed. So, serve or die. Yeah, I can see chaos getting a really big foothold in this place. If given the option between you, certain death, and maybe death, they'll take the maybe. This universe is a terrifying place. We are surrounded by the action of these machinations, and the zealous scum who would deny us our right to exist. The fight is inconceivable, and human weakness will not help us avert it. If man is weak, I rid him of the spinelessness and feebleness, endowing him with the sacred narrowness of mind and eradicating all that prevent him from utilizing his full self in the service of the Imperium. She's not lying. You can tell by her eyes and her voice, drawn with earnest faith, that Incendia genuinely believes every word she just said. The law of footfall. Any rogue trader who arrives here assumes the right to absolute authority. Surely it's not that thug Tokaro who deserves to rule the station. He will soon be hanging from the noose. So will his Kata Balakan henchmen, and so will those Anver firebrands whose outrageous activity brought Footfall so much grief. A gloating smirk. Once you hindered my efforts. Efforts to subdue the station, yet here I am now, dispensing justice to the wicked. I only regret I was unable to begin sooner. Then Tokara's trollmakers would have been already been crushed instead of lurking in cargo bays and maintenance tunnels. Regardless, I will deal with them soon enough. In these chambers, coordinating the expansive defences. His attention is focused on matters of vital importance. He did not see any significance. Acolyte, because when so soldier wearing inquisitorial armor echoes Insignia's words. Your lordship cannot see the Lord Inquisitor now. However, he bade to inform your lordship. Will summon you later if circumstances permit. We shall see whether Footfall will thank the Emperor for your reign. In due time, I shall weed out all the taint that is bred here on this Footfall so long, and then a pious fear, loyalty, and devotion will once again become the pillars of the station on his watchful eyes. Oh, I think, where's that awesome save? I think I put it on the Phobius. Yeah, back here. So let's go for all that again. Go ahead, you Bill. Give me a reason. Lord Inquisitor's instructions were to maintain order and ensure his eye safety. If a leadership is gravely threatened, we are authorized to detonate the dome over the sector. Doing so will trigger explosive decompression, and will be destroyed during the decompression while the leadership will be protected by the field. I will not take steps that might be interpreted as an act of aggression. Wait, you have a duty to the Emperor that we must see to. Valdin Takara, the horrible rebel, once ruled the station, slipped from my grasp, inciting the people to revolt, killing my servants and hiding from my wrath in the exterior of the Void Rat. He also appears in that den of unrest that bears the irrelevant name of the Adeptus Amnestus. Made several attempts to arrest him, yet he has evaded capture each time. I've gone there to convince him to surrender quietly, but his efforts have likewise been unsuccessful. In the interest of Footfall's integrity, Takara must be apprehended. As the road trader in authority, I order you to aid me in bringing him to justice. Yeah. It's one small problem that's a particular line of thought you're going down there. You can't order me to do anything. I hold the same rank as you. And as a foot... Look, it has been cornered off, but my force will take you there, and will just lure Takara out, hold, seize him so that may stand trial, take a Footfall liberation, and pave the road for my justice will tread. Why wouldn't I? The vile rogue's infamy is well known to all. He's patronized thieves, smugglers, and pirates. By his leave, heresies and holy cults flourished. He's evaded punishment as long as it is described as a gross negligence, which I intend to rectify in short order. Headed there where the rebels are seen most often, so we can preach to them and persuade them to repent. Alas, he cannot see the difference between those who have erred and those who are beyond the hope of redemption. This scoundrel of thieves will be replaced by honest suppliers, even if degenerates such as the Catabalakin can be of some use in the coming crisis. But their willful leaders must need to be replaced with more pliable and litigious successors. It is the only way for us to protect ourselves from being stabbed in the back. Does it not satisfy you that your order and imperial compliance will be restored to Footfall? I see you've learned too much from Theodora, namely her hubris, greed and indifference to duty. I'm going to lie in this one. We noted you, Bell. But remember, none of the rebels' leaders are allowed to die before their trial, to execute them, any of them without my leave. Yeah, she is absolutely not worthy of being in charge here. Not even in the slightest is she worthy of the position she now holds. Where's my new axe? Yeah, that one's the strongest one. Got a better one? Axe, pattern, homicide axe. Sea Delphin, homicide axe. Yeah, this one. Hand of Xenocide is pretty nice. Nice. Yeah, it's just flat out. The hand of Xenocide is pretty good. 1% more damage against Xenos enemies, but this one starts at the maximum, is maximum. It's a no-brainer on that one. It's the gun starts. His weapon starts at the max. Arc rifle. I just bought a new Malphite arc rifle. Plasma gun. Mars. It's a pretty nice plasma gun. Ancient plasma rifle. Heavy plasma. Nice. That one's, you want 30-40, deals additional 14 damage. Nice. It starts higher by quite some margin. But yeah, Cordia knows. Don't like her on this planet. Don't like what she's doing. What she's doing is a one-way. How do you get to... She's essentially...
Let's see this through.
pretty much just force servitorizing them all.
Duty prevails.
Improvise one. See? They have got guys.
Venture forth.
What you done? You dared to say me. You didn't bow and kiss the Emperor's foot 5 times today. But hell, just woke up. You were supposed to have kissed it before you took 3 steps this morning. Now this place is what happens when you xenify. When you go absolutely mental. Engine seers are not happy. Master's endurance. This place is absolutely gone to hell in a handbasket. It's less stable now than it was before. No, Incendia took over for her mother. I'm not even sure her mother's dead.
Stay sharp.
Oh, wait, it's the Lord von Valansis. I thought it was called his dogs when it was... Stand down, false alarm. We're friendly enough. Where's that going?
Onward to victory.
Anyway, if I click on that, I better save. But yeah, this is way too... Probably spelled that wrong. To the sewers. Excellent. We came down here. We come down here to do the gas. So we want to do her mission first. But yeah, the Cordia's taking this place way too far. There's one thing, you know, bring rule. It's great. Slightly more stern authoritarian, fine. But she is literally killing and burning everybody she deems a criminal. And she deems everybody a criminal. Welcome to the Kingdom of Thieves, Killers and Smugglers, Shireen. All the finest goods of footfall, every last one of them, have passed through these tunnels. Jay throws up her arms in a theatrical display of reverence. And here before, Falco's jackals, showing every nook and cranny of this as-I-cursed place. See those scumbags over there? We need to avoid them and not draw any attention to ourselves, or we might as well dump a pile of rocks, beep, all over our plan. But now we're going to follow the plan. If you allow me, Sheen, I will refresh your memory. Avoiding patrolling scum, we reach the sewer canal and follow it to the east until almost the very end. We connect the gas cylinder to the special intake. Ironically enough, it was previously used for cleaning the air. Then we need to turn the valves in a few spots. Gas reaches the correct chamber. I wish I knew exactly where the ashmag was holed up. To skulk in the shadows, to hide from battle, these are things that are beneath his warriors. But for the sake of saving the innocent, I will dim the flames of my soul that urge me to charge openly at the enemy's ranks. And the final move, like all the best Regicide players, Sheen, we find the surface cogitator and send the gas along the pipes. And I'm sure I don't have to remind you that we must do all this in complete silence. You know, sewer rats are going to notice us, let alone Falco's fools. And may the exalted Emperor light our path. How do I go quickly and quietly with... well, not exactly a stealthy crew.
Marching ahead. I forge my own success.
Is there a stealth option? Oh, look, I see this option to go stealthy here. Or stealth in this game is simply a case of don't walk straight into the enemy patrol. I'm Julie 100% over there.
You belittle me with this.
Let's seize the moment.
Nice. See, their patrols are like going, yeah, but it's like, oh, the toast ball appeared up.
This Explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
See, it's much easier to do the whole sneaky thing if, you know, you can simply jump across several sections in one go. Open the valve and...
Forge ahead. Never linger.
wait, I did?
Authorized.
You can't do anything without me.
Keep your senses keen.
Sure.
Venture forth.
Do I need to point it out for you?
Acquisition is possible.
I'm guessing if I set off the traps, we get the
Operation successful. The machine god grants me insight.
I said we open a load of valves, like, Well, again, we are going through this place, timing traps
I better myself through my service.
quietly. Very quietly. Okay, that's right. Can I walk in back here? No. I don't see one. I can see him, he can't see me.
Nothing can catch me off guard. Onward to victory.
Oh, didn't quite say that. I'm going.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
Okay, another one. Now look up. We're literally just cruising around this whole place. I'm not sure what we're doing. Council sneaking. No, that's another one. Valve. Not that valve. Yeah, so valve. Valve. How many we got to do? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there should be a valve around here somewhere. I hope it's down there. That's where they
Launching
are.
ahead.
Nothing escapes my sight. Shirin, I'm restless. The Emperor favors me today.
Oh,
The light of terror shines for us.
you didn't even see me. Oh, reload that. You didn't see me. I was stealthy. Maybe we should have backed up a little bit. Look, we'll go around the corner first. It would be nice if it had a stealth function. But then again, she's not exactly built for stealth. Try it again. You know what I'm going to save after I do most of the things? I see. You could just walk and go, ah, yo. Which should definitely
Let's see
be a bad
this
thing.
through.
Yeah, hear him, but I can't see him.
Forge ahead, never linger.
delegate this menial task to me.
Yep. In plain
My
sight.
success is an irrefutable certainty.
Venture forth.
Let's find this valve.
Triumph is my birthright.
See, right there.
You should point out one next to here.
Keep your guard up.
Passkey will solve it.
Operation
Now that's
successful.
You could just destroy them all.
This explorator is blessed with multifunctionality.
That's not what we want. That is though.
Duty prevails.
Fails. It does indeed. Prevail, 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 heal, heal. Prevail, heal, heal, prevail, heal. Prevail, heal, prevail, heal, prevail,
Let's seize the moment. Keep your senses keen.
Any other solid section radius?
The machine god grants me insight.
Alright, so we'll come around this way, we have to jump past the scaly patrol's way. I think the valve in that section is just there to be part of your stealth tutorial.
Keep your guard up.
Sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay. Never doubt me. Onward.
I didn't say anything about I'll see enemies, so let's just pull back to here
Onward to victory.
and do a save. Part of the Mad Queen's reign. Because we're not helping Incendia. Cordia is nuts. She is completely off her rockers. Okay, what she is up to is not good. Pull back a bit.
Marching ahead.
I better myself through my service.
I want this.
You love to take charge, don't you?
Entertain me.
Right, that's not gonna work. Okay. I guess wait for him to go past that way and then we rush past through that way. I haven't found the last of the valves. Going down here, if we go to the cogitator then I need to leave Pascal next to it and then go meander off with Mazaray or something. Here he comes. Let's check out the way he
Let's
just
see
came
this
from.
through. Nothing can catch me off guard.
The Emperor favors me today.
What's this? Aldari weapon. Rune carved shuriken cannon. It's a heavy. Oof. Oof. And that's all the valves. Pump gas in. I mean, with his skill, we should be able to just, like, kill him before he does anything.
Stay sharp.
I'm gonna save again, because we just got this next valve, so that's good. This is a very easy sneaking section because we don't have a sneak mode.
Venture forth.
Nope, too close. Falco! Falco punch! We have a sniper rifle, why can't we just like snipe him? Laser weapons don't make much of a noise when you fire them. That's strange because you see like in films like on Star Wars, you like go pew 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 pew. Then you feel it's like technically you're firing a laser weapon. There's no combustion thing to make the pack noise. So you'd only really hear is a crackle of electricity through the air.
Forge ahead, never linger.
Right, so I gotta wait. Okay, so I gotta go down the other way, let him come back and go up the other path. And then skedaddle past because it's got a certain radius. I'm not really surprised we are walking around with heavy weapons and heavy armor and generally just heavy things. So I'll wait for him to get down most of the way.
Let's seize the moment.
Marching toward down. Right, we want him to go past us. So we'll wait here. I'm gonna wait here until I see him coming this way again. When he gets about here. Fire! One shot, one kill.
Marching ahead.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
Found them. Just knocked them. Falco's guys all the way chuff out. Geez, I'm measuring the wake up gas. Wake up solution. Wake up, Tora. Come on, you bloody cat. Wake up. Get out of here. It's the trap. He won't let you go. The bruised and bloody face is swollen, hard to recognize as the once radiant visitor Tora, the twin. By the exalted one, what's that ash mark done to your poor face? Light to my soul. Jay gently strokes the girl's swollen cheek and turns to you. He will die here like the scum he is, Shireen. It's what he deserves. Looking at me asking you a question. Die? You would be satisfied with the mundane, swift death of your worst enemy without even adoring it with hours of artfully crafted anguish? I might like to, but hang around here any longer than necessary. Oh, sure makes the sound cooler. So someone save me, I just agree with you. I just ought to do it. Here's a bit of a thing. I don't even know if this is a good thing or not for the Kaiser. I know the cold trader draws a weapon and carries out your sentence. Fast my brother, you piece of beep. A few scant tears trickle down from Tor's watery eyes. The rest of the gang are huddled together. Despite their pitiful physical condition, they greet you with satisfied smirks, and they continue to shoot delightful glances at you and Jay. Well, Shireen, from now on, Footfall can sleep soundly. The foulest water on its rusted body has finally been burnt off by none other than Jay Head Harry. And oh, wonderful patron, of course. Jay winks at you, and her face breaks into the most genuine smile you have seen from her ever seen from her. I admit I'm still struggling to wrap my head around what happened. I need to go over things with my guys. I'm sure I'll have advice and instructions to hand out. As for our little adventure, let's talk about it back on the ship, in a more private setting. I mean, we could have taken them.
Stay sharp.
I didn't actually raid him, but he had an elite blaster, scorpion sting, and some reinforced witch armor. Well, I've killed one person, so that's impressive for us. Normally, it'd be like a giant body bag, so like corpses all the way down the hall. Drakari and cold traders aren't too dissimilar. They're both experts at what they do. And what they do is survive in the vacuum of space, in the cold being space. There he is. I'm gonna save because I want things to go south. And it may be the bad idea to have her kill him, but Falco's tried having her killed once or twice already, and he's already tried to do all sorts. By removing him, the gangs will war for a bit.
Let's see this through.
But other than that, they will calm down. Hold in his den like a beast. Vladam Torika the Liege. You have no other options, Ryza. If you abandon football to Corda and flee, will you be going to see your goods? Or restock your supplies? It will just be a slow death for all of you. With no ammunition, no water, no air. So quit bargaining with fate and stick to the plan. Plan? More like a suicide pact. You have no allies, no weapons, nothing. Vladimir and Reyes noted you, and the old pirate grins sarcastically. You're a runt trying to play with the big boys. Vakimil, you've taken on a rogue trader's dynasty with only a handful of heavies and a couple of guns to your name. The way I see it, your march to the gallows is more of a gallop. Turning away from Ryza, Vladim's expression does not change, but an indistinct curse falls from his lips. My apologies for being unable to receive your lordship in my office. My present status imposes certain limitations on me. Greetings, your lordship. And as for you, Vakimo, I have got nothing to add. Your plans are crap. I don't gamble on those kinds of odds. I'll leave you to think about your prospects. Maybe you'll realize that using my shuttle will be a better idea, while me and my shuttle are still here. He's right, the rogue trader's got too much oomph going behind and too much power. Look though at Mazarai. You really aren't picky at all in your choice of mercenaries. And then again, the unholy Xenos are too adept in the art of carnage for one to refuse their services out of trivial squeamishness. The word mercenary causes Mazarai's eyes to flare in fury. Careful with your choice of terms, monkey, or I will demonstrate my expertise in flaying victims alive, here and now. The former liege looks angry and focused. His coat collar is unbuttoned, showing the meshwork of ceramite reinforced armor hidden underneath. He's wearing a gun holster on his side. Now that Valdim has thrown off the mask of this disgruntled bureaucrat, his sleeves are rolled up, showing his old bandit tattoos. He exudes an aura of imperious cruelty. He's turned into a kingdom of death, executing protesters, cracking down on corrupt traders, and suppressing the dissident is all good. Useful policies within reasonable limits. I've used it myself, in fact. However, Lady Corda, reasonable limits are the distant memory at this point. Fortunately, I have been preparing for that turn of events ever since that hag tried to take footfall the first time. You helped us then, giving me time to organize. I set up weapon caches, enlisted more fighters, and deleted my agent's data from the cogitator network. When Corda seized power, she thought she'd won, but the data was still mine, to an extent. My little army is waging war on the armed forces. We slaughter patrols, wrestle back detainees, and punish those who collaborate with the enemy, or are close to someone who does. Letting his ruthless smile is a jagged steel trap. Incendia is conducting her reprisals, and I am conducting mine. Everyone must remember that there are consequences for collaborating with an occupying force. I see your position of authority has not changed you. You remain the bandit you always were. Old habits die hard, I'll admit. I wasn't exactly yearning for the days of my youth, but I find myself in a line of fire again is invigorating. Your lordship, I'm asking you for your help, not just on behalf of the portion of the station population that isn't already scared, but on behalf of the Katabalak mission as well. My people, my organization's assets are as valuable in a vulnerable position. Help us protect our interests, and we'll help you protect yours. A general uprising will be doomed to fail. The enforcers have isolated the asteroids. We can't strike out against Incendia. She has the greater numbers, and her throne's reflector field will protect her from any attack. An insidious smile appears on Liege's lip. So we'll ask her ladyship to come to us, exploiting her overconfidence. If she wants my blood, let her come and spill it. She knows we use Secus as our meeting place. If you let the enforcers know I can be found and grabbed in here, she will come, and she will hardly drag her throne with her. We'll lure her into a trap, kill her, and take back the footfall. News of Incendia's death is hardly going to please the Lord Inquisitor. Considering Calcazars has never once interfered in the station's affairs, he clearly couldn't care less about footfall. This means he also doesn't care who runs the station so long as things are quiet here. I'm going to make sure things are quiet. Granted, he did give Cordia a security detail, but if she's already, Dogger Princess's word, dead, and her death doesn't reek of deadly heresy, he likely won't bother to investigate. The Lord Inquisitor will simply entrust the governance to someone who won't cause him problems, someone like me. I realize it's a bold hypothesis, and the Lord Inquisitor may have me hanged for Corda's death, but my life is at stake as it is, so I might as well take a risk. Building a critically important station in the Expanse is about to become a graveyard. Once commerce dies, merchants will turn to piracy. What else could they do? Connections between worlds will be weakened, since Corda will make short work of the astropaths as soon as she gets to them. And Corda, do you think footfall will be enough for her? No, she'll march on. Perhaps to your worlds as well. Well, let's face it, she'll only try and take Winterscales. Besides, the Casablanca mission, and I'm authorized to say this, sees your lordship as a proven and valuable ally. Incendia Cordia has nothing to offer you. While my organization's gratitude is guaranteed, between losing an influential partner and strengthening your ties with them, I'm sure you're up for the latter. However much Cordia would like to believe she's kicked because of out of footfall, she hasn't. We're scattered all over the station, lying low, and there's still enough of us to cause trouble. A small band of my most daring staff members, who were by my side when I came to power, business partners who still remember that any venture is only viable as the grip on the venture's hand on their pistol. Add to that group of Xenos mercenaries, which my colleagues from the Casablanca mission have provided me with. A radical solution, I know, but they don't care who they kill as long as I pay them, and I have the means to pay them. We would have greater numbers if Razai wasn't so damnably cautious, and Hieronymus did us a favour and shut his preaching trap. I would have thrown the good Reverend off for a loop long ago if it weren't for the fanatical mob that would show up here to avenge him. She has misgivings about the prospect of our cooperation. The old rogue prefers not to pick fights, so victory is a foregone conclusion. And right now, she seems to be planning on fleeing rather than fighting. She is right in her motivation. It's a shame there's no one the cold beep values enough for me to take hostage. Why did Ryder call you Vacumo? Old nicknames die as hard as old habits. I used to be known by that name in the station. Now Vacumo is a myth. A malicious spirit stalking its prey in footfall's empty sectors. I had a terrible reputation when I was young. And why is the priest here? He preaches repentance. Lanny remained stone-faced for a few seconds before giving in and letting a sarcastic smile form on his lips. Corda sent him here to make us lay down our arms and renounce our rebellious ways. But he seems taken back by the scale of Lady Incendia's purges, which opens up possibilities. If we put pressure on him, he'll bring over zealots who will tear apart whoever he points his finger at. A useful man, I regret not getting him on side sooner. I hope you think it's promising. That's one of the things. Dogmatic, yeah. Heretical, downward Cordia, the Emperor's justice have revered the rot at the core of us. Last, let us drown the blood of self-appointed champions of the faith. I am playing Iconoclast. Iconoclast? Yeah, Iconoclast. Yep. And quite frankly, every second continued rule cost the lives of hundreds of innocent people. And that's no joke. She is literally killing people off by the hundreds. She's purging whole sectors. Now, I can understand, going, as he says, going after corrupt merchants, taking out a few pirates, like getting too big for their britches, maintaining the order of things, keeping people doing the right things, so long as it doesn't, go too far. But this isn't that. This is just flat out, let's obliterate everything that moves. And not in a good way. I will help you overthrow Cordia for the sake of Iconoclast. Everything that you rule costs the lives of hundreds of innocent people. I'm glad you are with us, your lordship. This is a fight we must be well prepared for. As a colleague of mine used to say, if your brain doesn't hurt from all the thinking of where to hide, you'll discover even your skull isn't thick enough to want to fight is on. Which sounds especially ironic considering how he died. I'd like to ask your opinion on how to prepare we are to entertain Lady Incendia. Perhaps some of those gathered in here will support us, Rise's people, Hermes' zealots, even Octavia's regulars. We can use what we can get. If you think that may be worth fortifying your position and preparing a few, I guess my people are an arsenal at your disposal. All you have to do is say the word. So ready, send Kokoria a message saying I'm here. Let her come, and we'll set our defences the footfall way of a gunfight. And off you at the moment, my access to assets you're interested in have been temporarily restricted. Putting a bullet through the couple of heads for me to once again be able to adequate range your merchandise. And that's your thing for... Right, so I can go... Oh, I can set things up.
You belittle me with this.
Yes. Barrels from the room to make the nasty bombs. We're gonna make this place one death trap. If Cordia wants in here, if Cordia wants to take this place, she is going to have to work real hard for it. I'm persuasive, very persuasive.
Operation successful.
I was going to take out some stuff. Now if I get Riser to join in, that'd be good.
To victory.
Riser joining in would make things, our lives a lot easier. Cool. Corrals. Dreadful Xenos.
Perfect.
Oh, those are the guys who were in the stage show. Right, so we're going to save again. I know we'll come up to three hours, but you know what? Given what happened, the fact I had to pause for a little bit to go tend to something, I don't mind running this a little longer tonight. Because we're setting up for one heck of a good fight. And to do as the boys, as the orcs say,
Alright, boys, there's a scrap coming, and we'll get your choppers ready, cause it's gonna be a good old war.
Forge ahead.
Right.
Never linger.
Looks tired, but finds the strength to smile briskly. Yay. Paul's shoe socks clear yellowish liquid with streaks of promethium in it, and slides one towards Riser. Let's drink to her infallible Ladyship Kahoria's mercy and good judgment, wherever they may be right now. You're quite away with words, Oki. Yes, indeed, one would hate Lady Corda's ill health affected out your own. Have you any chance running into Lady Corda's good judgment on your journeys, your lordship? Badly, but we're in no mood to lie down and die yet. There are still people who can't stand Corda's regime, and they are fighting. A sting a day, always somewhere new. Lanham's may be on the run, but he still has people loyal to him. He'd have more if it weren't for Reverend Hieronymus. Many have fallen for his sermons and taken to repenting and confessing. He's turned so many to the faith that they don't dare touch him anymore. The old man's face is to be reckoned with now. Has let his station slip away from him. Plenty of people aren't happy about it, at least not his business partners. Should something happen to Talker, come here. You're dealing with Casablanca. Shouldn't take a hit because of the old leader's ambitions. If they show up, I'll blow up the martyrs' entrance before they let those butchers take me alive. And for now, I'll be behind the bar, refuel my roughnecks. It's a rotten thing for a captain to abandon a ship, isn't it, your lordship? Some captain. If I were you, I'd scram while scramming's good. I know you're attached to the Amasticus. The whole ain't worth dying for. I have a shuttle hidden way nearby, so we can take off right now. Give it a rest, Riser. I am not holding you here, so stop trying to drag me away with you. Orm looks pensively. And by we, you mean you and Vladimir. He always had a plan, but it's certainly not always the best plan. Why should I trust your idea? General prize. Raise your voice. Your time is running out. Are you going to wait for your death, or will you try to put up a fight after all? You're right. Time's running out. There's barely any left. I don't have give a damn what your plan is. I'm in. I don't have any fighters, but I do have a shipment of Xenos weapons. Lethal, but with no guarantee of quality. Figuring out how it works is tricky enough, but that still beats the junk Valerian's thugs are armed with. They can have a round on the house. At your lordship's service? Your eyes see through the pirate instantly. You sense that the burden of her transgressions is so heavy they will soon drag her under. Her fear has allowed them a malicious will to sink its claws into her soul and tear its soul to pieces. Force you open yourself up to what we are undoing. He turns to stone. She peers intently through the glasses, trying to find some answers at the bottom. Finally, she raises her eyes to you, looking incredibly tired. You're cruel, you know, your lordship. The way you found where this old pirate was hiding her conscience, and dragged the kicking and screaming into the light. I got it in over my head and almost took my guys down with me. I'd be a crap captain if I allowed my fear to kill my crew. Thank you, your esteemed self, for talking some sense into me. Got a light? Well, casually rips some kind of amulet from her neck, bearing a fanged beast crowned with horns. She tosses it into a nearby empty glass of rock gut and throws the match you offered after it. As are immediately engulfed by unholy purple flame. A minute later, all that remains is ash and a nasty puddle of black metal at the bottom. That's on the floor. His so-called plan is nothing but death throes are concerned and condemned. So she's so got prepared herself to sell her soul to the chaos. The chaos. Interesting. And we managed to convince her not to. So-called plan nothing but throws of concerned and condemned man who was grasping at imaginary straws. The Vakimo was once smart, shrewd and wily, but now he's simply refusing to admit he's already lost. We modest dealers have no match for the rogue trader. It would be different, of course, if we were strongly motivated by a rogue trader on our side. Don't talk to me like that, your lordship. The times we live in, Barely anyone in the Expanse remembers old Raza. That is. I'm not getting respect anymore. That means they need a reminder. And they're gonna get one. Oh, by the warp. What the warp? My crew and I will take part in the little uprising. But don't ask me for the details. Old Risers prefers to keep quiet about the behind-the-scenes workings of our insidious and sudden strikes. Old Dread Pirate Riser. On the other hand, you can still sell stuff, so that's fine. 29 levels, I'm gonna buy a lot of stuff off you. Shurgen's boots, and I get a discount. Anti-vehicle revolver. Jesus. What's the story behind this thing? See, I would love to see a little blows on these. A guy got insane and decided to make a revolver capable of blowing up a vehicle. It worked better than he thought. And also worse than he thought. I don't know what I think. There's stacks, next stack is reflection, 10, cover, dodge. Nice. Cool, that's good for tactical guys. Nice. That's what we need. That's a good vision of depth. Self-carbureting helmet. Stunned on carry 1 round. Not bad. A double barrel shotgun. Woof! That's a shotgun and a half. That, ladies and gentlemen, is some damage. Well, hey. Enchanted Smuggler's Armor. Heavy proficiency. Why is it enchanted? An emergency Voxcaster? Help! Efficient Breacher's Armor. An autogun. Eroding autogun. Some defender shield. I can't buy these though. I need to get a proficiency thing to let me wear power armor. And learn what I need to get it. Can I look at my character? Peter Archetypes. Okay. Oh. That's for that. Characteristics. Available skills. Exemplar talents. I could give my guy, turn my guy into a psyker. Ridiculous when you work. Now stop believing. Rousing thing to use it now. I only ever want to like giving you the other points. Common traits, here we go. Jesus, all the way over here. Right, it'll be my only chance then to get it. Bolt weapon proficiency. Training, about temporary weapons defense. Masters, flames, heavy armor efficiency. I need to have 45 strength for that. Heavy weapon proficiency. I have it. Power armor. So I need to have 45 strength to get power armor. I got strength of 35. Right, so if I put points in strength, that's 35 points. That's 40. Exemplar. No. 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 That's gonna be the next time we have strength. Exemplars. First and second tier exemplars. So that's gonna be the last chance I get. So I would need something, anything to give me a boost. There you go, strength for 35, 40. Okay, the next two level ups, I need to put points into strength to get me up to strength 40, 45. Then I can give myself the power armor feature. Why I'm a sniper and I'm having a power armor feature, I do not know. But I want it because I want to have our power armor. I want power armor. Right, so I've convinced everybody. So the battle forces have now just upped in numbers significantly. So Riser's pirates are going to join in. Her regulars are going to join in with, and we're going to give them better guns, making them a little nastier. Hello, Heramus. The Emperor protects young von Valancius. What has brought you here? Perhaps you would like to confess, repent since the first step on the path of redemption. You never refuse your help to one who makes such generous donations to our mission. I haven't paid in a while, you know. Oh, you pay now. Well, that's good. Yes, what you? Oh, well, you're paying a lot today. Have you just been hoarding the stuff for this one session? No. I mean, a lot of my things have already got a lot of things, so. Beep beep boop. Trade. Oh, yes, you've just gone up several levels. Yep. I'll hit my flash bing. I think these restock. Laurels of Command. Ah. I'm immune to slow effects. That's not bad. Military combi tool. Has an attack of a different type in that. I see. So that's handy if you just want to use other things. Overcharged plasma gun. 40 to 45, that's not bad. Psi focus, good if you're a psi type. Auto stimulant, 9 more stacks, immunity to bleeding. Wow. Immunity to burning. Wow, you can make them immune to a lot of things. Some senior midgets. Elite synth leather boots. Not bad. That's a bee helmet. Adept to the Astartes equipment. Excellent. That I want to put on my Adept to the Astartes dude. Yeah. High spinner armor is actually really good armor. I am going to boost my strength though, because I have this coming up in my future. Reject the Flesh, Dragon Scale Power Armor. So that's a piece of gear for Adeptus Mechanicus unit to have. I love the he doesn't show the model on here, but he is wearing he's wearing this. It's a pity they don't show it on this. Oh, is it? Oh, sorry, no, because I couldn't see it properly. You see, he's wearing his armor. It's awesome. Right, talk to you again. Those rebels, I see fools and malefactors whose weakness made them reject the law of the Imperium, who are in need of repentance and instruction. Had I come here earlier, perhaps I would have been able to prevent heretical insurrection. What do you see, Lord Blue Traitor? You're entirely right. But it's not their lives that they should be saving. It's their souls that are truly in peril. You're harboring a pirate among your brethren. Chaplain is a deeply devout servant of the Emperor. Few are as intimately familiar with human vice as him, and that is what fills his words with sincerity. His flock heeds and respects him. As for all the hardened rascals and cutthroats who are part of that flock, why not? Our doctrine shuns no one, so long as they are willing to receive the words with an open heart. I take no credit for that. They choose that path themselves. I merely point out that the path is open to all, and instruct those who have started their journey to redemption. For thus Saint Judas taught us. Reverend, I want to stop Incendia. Help me. Are you openly declaring your intent to move against an enactor of the Emperor's justice? And why should I, her mentor in the faith, help you commit that act of treachery? Because her actions fly in the face of all that you believe in, that you truly believe in. Incendia's world has no place for redemption, or mercy, or penitence. Would the sight of such a world please your eyes? Oh, I'm fanatic, that. Imperial, the law Imperium is harsh, but not every transgression is punishable by death. And that is heresy. St. Juran's is a doctrine of redemption, but Incendia has forgotten about that. What else may she have forgotten? You know this one. The faith of all that you believe in. Do you truly believe in Incendia's world has no place for redemption, or mercy, or penitence? Would the sight of such a world please your eyes? Eyes are filled with bitter sadness. No, it would not. My way of serving him has always been different from the paths trodden by the ecclesiarchy. Saint Durust's doctrine taught me virtues that are unknown to many among the righteous, and I, in turn, taught them to my brothers and sisters. I tried to teach them to Incendia too, but she chose a different path. Perhaps it's time for me to remind her of those lessons. Well, let's face it, it's like, oh yeah, sure, law and order's fine, yeah, but the thing is, she has no room for justice, for anything other than absolute justice. There's no... He doesn't... In her rule, there's no second chance. There's no chance to change your ways, or serve a penance, or make amends. It's servitude as a servitor, or death. Her zeal is beyond fanatical. It's okay being a zealot, being zealot and pushing forward, righteousness and all this lot. But even zealots like Argenta don't believe in just absolutely obliterating everything and everyone with the slightest hint of corruption. They say you have time to change your path and change your ways, and then they kill you. Now you have banished my doubt, I'll do what must be done. St. John's faithful will aid you in battle. Goodbye, Reverend.
Marching ahead.
Well, I've planted landmines, I've made mercenaries, fine. I got them outfitted with better gear. Maybe nothing I can do. Yay, no charge. Yeah.
You delegate this menial task to me.
Yes, because you have the highest athletics score. Can't do it myself. My score's not that high. But yeah, these guys were These are ordinary citizens trying to live their lives. Then are they saints? No.
Now that was easy.
No protection against a well-aimed shot, but at least it conceals the target from the shooter. Yeah, not the best to be honest, but they've got barricades now. They've got bombs, they've got landmines. Yeah, this place is set up for combat. And given what's going to happen, I'm going to leave that for next time. The Mad Rain. And it is a mad rain. There's no second chances here. There's no path of justice. There's no chance of redemption. I mean, the guy stole some Nutribars. It's like, yeah, that should be like a case of, okay, maybe you'll give him some lashings and a bit of beating. And have someone check it out to make certain that's all he stole. Put him to work somewhere. Make him do labour work. Things like that. Not, let's bring out the blowtorch and incinerate someone. But anyway, that's going to be it, folks. When we come back, we fight Cordia. And this is one case where the rogue trader, she's going down. And this is one where my character's ideologies do not mix with hers in the slightest. Because she is absolute in everything. And she has no mercy for anyone. Also, she was just like, eating a prisoner guy's brain. I know Mazurai wanted to keep going to enjoy the suffering, but still. It's going a little far there. A little too far there, Cordia. But that is for next time, so until then, folks, I shall catch you all later. See ya.